Welcome back, guys. It's Kelly from Keeping Money Jazzy, where I share my budgeting tips and plans as well as my slow and steady race to become student loan debt free. So I am back with you today to do my weekly check-in. And if you checked out my first video from this week, I actually posted my paycheck number 1 breakdown. I am late and I did explain why in that video, but we're going to just hop into it and get started. Before we do that, let me share with you guys, I am participating in the March Madness. So whatever money that I have left over from my cash envelopes will be going into here for this month. Some changes to my budget coming up, but I will let you guys know what they are in the future. And we're just gonna head on over and get started. I did have some transactions for this month. I will not be closing out my paycheck because I would like to first wait until what happens next week to see if I purchase any more groceries or anything like that, and then I'll close it out for you all for next week. But as far as my transactions, as you guys know, I am doing cash this month for my variable spending, and I did take everything out of the bank for my first paycheck. So we will see where we are for the first week. All right, so in blue we have groceries. Let me zoom you guys in. For the blue, we have all my groceries that I spend. Pink is household, green is eating out, and I did have some unbudgeted expenses that I did have to use my credit card for, but I still had the money in cash in my sinking funds. And I had groceries, blue and orange is for gas. So now we're gonna head on over to my paycheck transaction log. And if you are interested in these sheets, any of these sheets, there is a link below for my Etsy shop. There is a budget bundle that you can have. You can have it in color or you can get it in black and white. So you can just check the link out below. But and I didn't fill this in this go round because I did it on my transaction log and I just didn't feel like transferring everything over to here. But anyway, the gist of it is for my groceries for the whole month, I budgeted $100. For household, I budgeted $30. For eating out was $50, and I had spending, which was for $40. But I didn't put in here because I didn't spend any spending money for this paycheck. But I will put my gas money, which is $60. And I only use my card for gas. I do not take that out in cash for everyone that is new. Oh, by the way, I just want to thank all of my new subscribers. I thank you for joining my journey to become student loan debt free in my budgeting life and see how everything works for me with budgeting on a single income. So I thank you guys for joining and I welcome you all. For groceries, I spent a total of $42.40 so far, and remaining I had $57.60. For household, I actually did go over. So I went to Big Lots and I got some detergent and things like that. Then I went to Sam's and bought the big bulk of paper towels, and that was $17.99, which was a total of $31.67. And I'm not going to fret over $1.67. Not going to do it. For eating out, I did pretty good. I only ate out, I think, twice this weekend. Well, last week, actually. I got a smoothie, and it was $13.64. That was for 2 people. And I wanted some chicken, and I got that. And I from a chicken and seafood local spot, and that was $9.62 for a meal. So that was a total of $23.26. And remaining, I have $26.74. And I just pumped gas on yesterday, which was the 10th. And that was $17.42. That was a total remaining of $42.58. Now, as far as the unbudgeted, of course, as you guys know from our previous videos, I have been having some car issues. So the $78.97 was for, I needed to get another tire and get that fixed and get that done. So I did that. For the $100, I'll explain what that was for in the upcoming videos for my possible changes. So we will have to see. All right. So this was a overage of $178.97. And now we're just going to add everything up that I spent for the first week of this month. Plus 31.67 plus 23.26 plus 17.42 plus 178.97. So I spent a total of, I'm hungry guys if you hear my stomach. I spent a total of $293.72 in the first week. These car expenses are really killing me. Oh my gosh. So for spending, first we're going to add everything up, but then we're going to just subtract what we were over. So we're going to do 57.60 plus 26.74 plus 42.58 minus 167 minus 178.97. So I'm actually over by $53.72. So now we're going to add these two and see if we come out with that. This is where I always mess up, guys. You know this is my struggle thing right here. So we're going to see, and hopefully we'll get it on the first try. So you have the 180 minus 293.72. See? Oh my gosh, this is crazy. Oh, okay. See guys, I always get here and do something wrong. So that was actually 100 plus 30 plus 50 plus 60. I didn't add the gas in. So we should be good now. Looking at it, I actually am. So 240 plus 240 minus 293.72. Yes, I did it. Okay, so I have it over by $53.72 this pay period, which isn't bad. But as far as this unbudgeted money, this came out of sinking funds that I had. My rainy day fund is where this money came from. So technically, it's not added into my variable spending, but it's there. All right, so now we're going to go ahead over and check my cash envelopes. So I'm going to need this as a cheat sheet. And just to let you guys know, in my cash envelopes, you will not see like the 760 and the 674 because I did already place that into my March Madness as of last week, last Friday. No, it was Sunday actually. So Sunday I actually placed the money in here. So if we just add up let me just see so you guys can see how much I actually saved. So if we take the $7.60, $7.60 from the grocery money, plus the $6.74 from the eating out money, we have a total of $14.34. And as you guys know, I do not keep change, but I do have the $14 in here, and I will show you that as well. So just keep that in mind. $14 is what's supposed to be my March Madness for last week. All right, so now we're going to look at my cash stuffing to see where we are. All right, so I started keeping track, but then I stopped on my trackers in my wallet. I had used an app for called Simple Envelopes. So I use the app on my phone to track my spending. So as you can see, I have the $50 remaining for my groceries. Okay, you don't want to go in. What's going on? There you go. For my household, as you can see, it's zero. It's blank because I went over by the $1.67. And for my eating out, I have just the $20 left over. And in here, I have just the $40 left over. And left over, it was the $14 that I placed in here. And this is the last one is just empty. It's my back to the bank envelope. All right, so you know what? I'm going to empty out my change in here. So I do have a change jar. Like I said, I started this, I think I started this in December when I used cash, or November, and then just put the change in here. And this is some money that I have left over, either the beginning of the year for cash and February. I think I put some in here for February as well. But I'm just putting like $5 bills and $1 bills that I have left over when I use my cash in here. But let's put my change in. Okay, and that's it. And this I will actually be counting at the end of the year, and so I can see what I will have saved up from using cash for a few months. All right, so lastly, put this to the side. And lastly is my March Madness envelope. My goal for this is I'm saving this money because my goal for this month is to get my student loan under, we'll get it down to $1,700. If you guys watch my February closeout and things like that, you will see I only was able to put $10 towards my student loan debt last month because I had a lot of car maintenance issues come up and I needed the money to cover that. So my goal for this month is to at least put $500. Well, actually, I think it's like $564 towards my student loans for this month to get it under $1,700. One of my quarterly goals was to pay $1,000 towards my student loans and to save $1,000 towards my 100 envelope challenge, aka my emergency fund. So that's what this money will be used for. And right now I'm actually on track with my student loans for this month. But you guys will see that update in my Fed Loan Friday video. but we're just gonna, and I forgot to write it on here. So week 1 we had, I want to actually use a marker. Week 1 we actually saved $14. And again, for me, I will do this on a Sunday because I spend the bulk of my money during the weekend. So I will see what I have remaining for the second week. Forget my little janky taping on my envelope, but as you can see, we have 10, 11, 12, 13, $14. So I'm hoping that my tape came off. So I'm hoping that I can get this to, how do we take this? Get this to, save, hopefully, maybe at least, my goal is to get at least $69 a year. But like I said, we will see what this holds. But I'd love to get it to $100. It might not seem like a lot to some, but I am on a really tight budget due to the fact, of course, I'm on a single income and my mortgage is pretty high right now. So it's taking a lot of my income. So for me to save anything at this point, it's amazing. But so we will see what the next few weeks hold for March Madness. And that is it for this video. And I thank you guys for taking the time out to join me again, even though on my little hiatus that I had last week. But I thank you, and I will see you guys in my Fed Loan Friday video. I will be giving you an update of last week, the first week of March, which is March 5th, and my payments that I made for this week as well. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon.